Good afternoon, everyone. We are about to get started in just a second, and clearly I am not Lesley, and I'll go over everything in a couple minutes, but feel free to get comfortable and we'll get started in about 1 minute. Just give some people time to straggle on in. All right, we'll get started in about 30 seconds. In the meantime, I encourage everyone to turn their cameras on, make yourselves known. It's always nice to see people's faces and reactions when I inevitably screw things up. So it's always fun, and would love to see some cameras on if you're willing. And we'll get started in just a second here.
It's actually showing that I can't start my video. This is Derek saying I can't start the video. The host has stopped it.
Oh, I didn't stop it. I promise. Let me see. I promise I didn't. Yeah, I am
I
not
have the
able.
same thing.
Oh my
It won't
goodness.
allow me to.
All right, well, let me see.
Yeah, mine's too.
How about now? Yeah, there we go. All right. I broke it and then fixed it immediately. So that doesn't count. Okay. All right. Well, it is 1:02, so we might as well get started. I want to respect everybody's time. But thank you all so much for jumping on. Obviously, I am not Lesley. My name is Jeffrey Rega. I am the Director of Operations for 3 market centers based right outside of Philadelphia. I am also a labs advisor. If you don't know what that is, it's a small group of KW agents who work directly with KW to help them develop their tech on the back end. And I'm also a consultant for Soprani Consulting. So we consult with agents and teams all across the country. And I personally have worked with over 100 agents and teams through them to help them build up their systems and processes. So tech is definitely one of my strong suits, and I am definitely an operations person at heart. So hopefully this is really helpful for you guys today. So the topic today, and Lesley is away on vacation, so I'm stepping in for her. So feel free to ask questions, use your, raise your digital hands or whatever you need to do, but I am happy to answer questions for you. I also have the chat up as well, and hopefully you guys are welcome to use that as well. So for today, we're going to be talking about what you're seeing on your screen here. So the future of technology at your fingertips, ChatGPT. Clearly, this is all the rage, right? You've been hearing about it for about a year now. AI is slowly creeping into every aspect of our lives, which is really terrifying, but true. But there's definitely ways that we can utilize it to improve our businesses. So just quick activity, just by raising your digital hand, if you can, how many people here have heard of ChatGPT? Got a couple going up. Okay, good. Great. All right, good. So great. We're seeing a nice selection. So people are aware. If you haven't heard of ChatGPT, we are going to go over that today. If you've used it before, this might be a little bit of a basic lesson for you, but we're going to start from the beginning and start easy. And this is stuff that anybody can do. It doesn't cost any money. It's great. So the overall goal for today is to utilize ChatGPT to write listing descriptions, social posts, and then we'll take that and we'll work on scheduling social posts within Command. So you can do this whole life cycle of building out a social post and then getting it out there to your clients. So I am seeing a couple hands up. Are these residual hands from my question, or are these questions? There. Yep. All right. Not questions. Got it. Took care of it. All right, cool. So let's jump on in then. So if you're not aware of what AI is, so AI it's really the science of making machines that can think like humans. And at all times, machines are gathering data, right? And they're compiling all of that data. And what AI is doing, it's finding ways to give that data back to us in ways that sound not like a machine, that it's actually a real human being. So it's tons of data, and we're just scratching the surface of it. So let's jump right in, and we'll just start with ChatGPT. If you haven't been to ChatGPT ever before, once you create a free account, this is what it looks like when you log in. Very straightforward, very basic, no frills. It's not the only AI generator. I mean, Google has one. And Microsoft has one. It's called Bing. They're all relatively the same. ChatGPT was first, and it kind of just caught on. And so the way I use this for all different aspects of my life. Personally, I am a theater person. I'm an actor and director, and I do all that kind of stuff, which is ridiculous, but it's fun. And I actually used this recently to help me write a director's note for the show that I'm working on. So just as an example, this was how I got the ball rolling. And all I did was come in here, up here at the top left, I clicked new chat, and I wrote in the name of the show and director's note, and it dropped a whole director's note in here for me. So this is what we'll do today, and we'll relate that all back to real estate for you. So let's just dig in. So we were just talking about just this general interface, right? Up here, you have the new chat button, and here is your history of the different prompts that you have asked it to generate information for. Down here, we see some suggestions. These are kind of the trending topics that people are talking about or asking ChatGPT about currently. And then right here is where you're going to put in the prompt. So, and we'll get to how to write a good prompt in just a second. So actually, might as well just do that now. So prompts are probably one of the most important pieces. When ChatGPT was first released, it was very basic, very straightforward, and most people were just using it, just asking it fun questions, just seeing what it would come back with. But right now, we've been able to, and KW has actually put out a really nice playbook about this, which I can share with you later. I'll put that in the chat later today. But the prompts are very, very important. So if you don't know what a prompt is, it's really just a question or a statement that's going to provide, that you provide ChatGPT that will guide the system as to what to generate. And the three key aspects of a good prompt is what it needs is the audience that you're writing for, the tone of the response that you're looking for, and the formatting of the response. So audience, tone, and formatting. So just as an example, a very poor prompt would be, write me a postcard. The system won't know who it's writing it for. It won't know, what type of data to return. So as an example, write me a postcard. If I put that in the prompt down here and just hit enter, it's going to bring up a little automated postcard here for you. Like, this is clearly a very long postcard. You can see that this is not exactly what you're looking for. It's not writing it in your tone. It's not writing it with your name. It's talking about being in paradise. This isn't what you're looking for. It's too general, right? So the proper prompt to write that would address the audience, tone, and formatting would look something like, I'm just going to grab it here, would look something like this. So what you're seeing here, you are telling the system what to write. You're saying who you are a real estate agent, and what you want to do. You want to write a postcard and your audience for my clients who I have sold a home to. Okay, so you've checked box one. You've got audience. The next one would be tone, right? I want my postcard to be humorous and conversational, yet professional and lighthearted. Okay, check box two. And then finally, make it 3 to 4 sentences long. It should contain one interesting fact about residential real estate in Boulder, Colorado, and should have a call to action for them to call me on my cell phone if they would like additional help. Okay, so now we have all 3 different things for that prompt. And when I send that, now you're going to get a much more personalized and much more specific postcard message. So if you can see it, if you can't see it, it says, hey there, happy homeowner. Just a quick shout out from your favorite real estate magician, aka yours truly. Did you know that in Boulder, Colorado, some houses have such stunning mountain views that even the Wi-Fi signals can't resist taking in the scenery? Womp. If you ever crave more real estate excitement, questions, or just a good old chat, I'm just a cell phone ring away. Your home happiness is my mission. Cheers. And then you can add your name in here. So it has the audience, it knows who it's talking to, it has the right tone, and it knows exactly what to talk about. And it's pulling that fun fact about Boulder, Colorado. So you can make this as specific as you want it to be. I chose Boulder just because I know that that's a city in Colorado. That's it. That's all I got. So, so that's where we are here. Okay. Any questions so far? How are we feeling about the ChatGPT process, writing prompts, all of that kind of good stuff? Okay, no hands, no questions in the chat. Not yet. Got a thumbs up. That's good. Great. Good. Then we'll keep pushing forward. So how do we apply this to real estate, right? Because that's the big question. How does this apply to your life? Obviously, I did a little bit of a real estate thing here, but we can get really, really intricate with these. So let's talk about how to use ChatGPT to write a listing description. Okay. For this example, might anyone have a live listing that they would like me to use as an example today? If not, I can just make one up, but figured that might be fun. No one. No one has a listing. This market is insane. Okay. All right. So let's grab, oh, Lindsay's sending one. Here it comes. Here it comes. I'm waiting for you, Lindsay. We're going to make this happen. I believe in you. Okay. Oh, I got one. Oh, Lindsay, Melody got in your way. All right. Melody, what city is that in? Denver. All right. So let's go down this prompt, right? First one is the audience, right? A listing description for buyers or real estate buyers. Want it to sound funny and funny yet professional. I don't know why you would do that for a listing description, but let's just see what happens. And then what are we talking about? Oh, the formatting. Formatting should be in paragraph. Anything else I'm missing here? I know listing descriptions are pretty straightforward. I think that's good enough for now. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, I didn't put the address in. All right, that would be super helpful. Now it's just writing a random one. All right. the property at, grabbing that one more time for the property at. Denver, Colorado. All right, now let's try that. And here, as you're seeing, so what it's doing right now is it is pulling data from all over the internet. So it's probably looking through all the Zillow stuff. It's looking through all of the MLS data. It's looking for any sort of public records, and it's going to pull out all of the information and anything it can find, maybe from past listing descriptions or just from anywhere that's related to this address. So obviously what you're seeing here is a nice long listing description, very detailed. It does have that funny yet professional vibe to it. It's got the emojis, it's got the fun stuff, right? Obviously you're probably not putting that in the MLS, but hey, why not? So we have all this here, and that's as easy as this can be. Okay. Now I want to say this very, very, very clearly and very directly. As with anything that you use from other sources, please, please, please double check this before putting this just in the MLS and just throwing this out there for the world. Okay. I know that Lesley has gone over like creating smart plans and emails and texts and how you can use smart plans from the library. And I know that she has always told you, proofread them, double check them, make sure that they're right, that your name is at the bottom of every email and not the other agent who actually wrote it, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's very important. The last thing you want to do is get stuck saying things that aren't true out there. Sarah has asked if I could scroll back up to see the prompt. So this is the prompt that we just went through. So mine was a lot easier than the example that I gave earlier. It's a lot shorter, but it does hit all of those little things. Cool. Sarah's got it. Awesome. Good question. So when you get to a point where you're like, you know what, this is good enough. It's a great starting point. It has the majority of my info. All you have to do here, right here, you have these three little buttons. The like and dislike button, all that's doing is training ChatGPT to know in the future if this is the result that you would have wanted from this prompt. So these are unnecessary for you necessarily. So you don't necessarily have to hit those. This button though, this will copy everything in this response. So instead of, highlighting the whole thing and doing the whole copy, whatever, all you have to do is click this little guy and it's copied to your clipboard and you're ready to go. And then you can put that wherever you like. Put it in your MLS. You could put it on your Facebook. You could put it in wherever you need to. Okay. So once you've gotten through this, then you're going to want to take this information and we're going to create your social post. You know what? I am actually going to edit this a little bit, which you can do. We're just going to, instead of saying listing description, now we're going to say write a social post for real estate buyers for that property with all the same other criteria. Save and submit, and it will rewrite. So this is much more personalized. It has all the emojis. It's too long, right? Nobody's going to read this. I wouldn't read that. So what you can do is write a 500-word social post for real estate buyers. This system is very intuitive. So you can talk to it like it's a human. It's terrifying, but you can talk to them. You can talk to it like a human. Again, this is still too long. Not perfect technology, right? Too long. Okay. So still a little bit of work here to do. Let's see what we got. Let's see if I write a different sentence here. No more than 500 words. See if I do it that way, if it's any different. Now I'm just curious. I'm going to do it. It's definitely a little different. Nope. Okay. So there you go. Technology. So I'm just going to let that finish up. Look at that. Yeah, it's got your phone. See, this is great. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, and now we can pop over to command. So say now we are ready to create the social post, get it scheduled, and get it out there to the world using that copy that you just got from ChatGPT, right? So in command, I would head over to the campaign section. So you had talked with Lesley about paid ads and building out those campaigns and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, can I get a thumbs up on that? Yeah. Okay. So instead of going to the paid ad section, because we're not talking about paying for ads here, these are just regular social posts going out onto your business pages, you'll go over to the social post section. And where this will take you, this is a real hidden gem of command, and a lot of people don't know about this section, but this will allow you to schedule as many social posts as you want on any of your social channels for as far into the future as you would like. So I know agents and teams who will come in here once a week, just plug in all of their posts for the week and then set it and forget it. And then it just happens. So what you're seeing here is just the current week, the current calendar week. And if there were any posts scheduled, they would be right here. So you'll see that in a little bit. You can select which channels you would want to post them on, whatever you have connected in your settings. And then here you can start choosing if you would like to create a social post for a specific day. So you can do it just like that. It's very simple. So we'll say we're going to do one on Saturday, create a social post, and it will bring you to this page. It will look fairly similar to the paid ads campaign experience, where you'll start plugging in information and it'll create that preview for you on the right as you go. So here you would select which page you would want to publish it on, which business page, whether it's Instagram, anything you have connected would show up on this list. Then here is the space where you would put in all of the data and the copy that you got from ChatGPT. So I'm just going to paste, but you can see that one was too long. Oh, it was only 21 characters, too long. Let's see. I'm just going to cut out this sentence just for fun. All right, now we're good. So now is your opportunity to go through here, make all of your edits if you would want to, make your changes, make your additions, anything in here you can change. Okay. You can also add emojis still here, right here. Same as always. You can also add different media. So this goes back to when Lesley was working with you on designs, talking about, you remember in paid ads, you could bring anything from your design section right into the paid ads campaign experience. You can do the same here. So if you have created something in the design section, a coming soon or, just listed post, you can add them right here. You can also just upload straight from your desktop as well, whatever you prefer. I'm going to browse my designs. I'm just going to choose this one right here. It will load that right on up. It will give you that opportunity to crop and adjust if you need it to make sure it fits well. So you do have a different option for size of images here. And I'm sure you've talked about this, but generally the square 1-to-1 ratio is the best way to go. It will work best across all the different socials. So then you just hit crop and it adds it right here to your ad, or your post rather, not ad. Caught that. Okay. And we can just keep on going down. And just to be clear, you can add additional images here as well. So say I wanted to grab one from my desktop as well. I don't know if you can see me doing that or not, but I'm just going to add a logo in here. Good. And now you can see them starting to populate over here on the right. I can add another one from my design section. There we go. So now it's just creating this post for you over here on the right. Right. And as we continue to go down, you have that compliance section, the same one that you would have in the ads when you were doing paid ads. You can include your ownership statement if you would like, or you don't have to. And you can include your DBA logo if you would like to. It's all right here. Okay. And then the last part of this, because we're not running a paid ad, we're not doing the targeting, we're not doing like that 50-mile radius around a zip code or a city or anything like that. We're strictly just posting to our own socials. So we don't need to do any sort of specific targeting. The people who will see it are the people who like your page and follow you on your accounts. So you just pretty much pick whenever you would like to schedule that post, or if you would like to publish it immediately, you could do that too. But if you want to schedule, I know we chose August 26th from the last screen, but you could go ahead and change that date here if you wanted to. You can even choose a specific time of day. So once you have that, you have the option to either save as a draft in case you're not ready to schedule it, or you can go to schedule post. It will give you one more opportunity here just to review. And you schedule it, and it will bring you back to this screen here with your weekly calendar. And you can see over here on Saturday, August 26th, you now have a post scheduled for 10 a.m. on Facebook. And when you scroll down, it will actually give you all of the details and what that post is going to look like. So we'll give you the photos. It will give you the data that you got from ChatGPT. It will let you know it's scheduled, when it's posting, and then it will show you which channels it's posting on, which business pages, which Instagram accounts. It'll show you where it's going to be posted to. And that's it. It's that simple. Does anybody have any questions before I keep pushing forward? Because I got more. Looks like we're good. Okay. All right, we'll keep going. We're going to keep going then. All right, great. All right, so we've created these social posts. You can do that as much as you like. And then they will be ready to go. That's really everything for scheduling of posts. I'm not going to go anything above and beyond that too much. I think that will get you where you need to be, but that is a really underutilized section of Command. And it's a really powerful section. The ability to schedule a whole week's worth of posts at once and then not have to worry about it all week is a game changer for a lot of people. So definitely something to play around with, give it a shot, give it a test. And you know what? And while I'm thinking of it, Lindsay, I'm going to go ahead and delete that post, that schedule. So it's not going out on my page. And so where do we go? Here we go. You can edit or delete right here. So I'm just going to get rid of that guy just so I'm not advertising Lindsay's listing poorly on Saturday on my random business page. So we'll do that. Okay. So fantastic. Earlier, I had mentioned that we were just kind of scratching the surface here with ChatGPT. And just so you know, there is this is literally the easiest thing you could probably do. Some other kind of like next level ideas for ChatGPT. I don't know if any of you are spreadsheet people or if you hate spreadsheets and formulas, but this can do that for you. So if you're like, oh, I need to create a specific formula for this spreadsheet, but I don't know like all the commands and I don't know how it would be formatted, you could simply, this was an example I did, my prompt was write an if-then formula for Google Sheets that, which I clearly didn't finish. That was just me being awesome. But I said, if the cell is greater than 9.99 and another cell is region, then calculate a 5% of a third cell. There's this whole, I know. But what it does is it returns that exact formula for you. So this isn't strictly just, a system where you can just have it write copy for you for ads and for posts and emails. Like this is a very, very powerful system. And this is still just scratching the surface. So that's one way you could use it. Then you can just copy the code right from here. And it worked. I did try it. It worked. Okay, it was right. The next one, the next way to level up on this, I know you guys have worked in the Smart Plans applet. I know you guys have done that whole like, I want to send an email and then wait 3 days and then send a text and then wait 6 days and then get a reminder to call this client, right? If you have a long string or a long-term drip that you would like to create, you can do that here simply by saying, create a 10-step email campaign for someone who wants to buy a house in Denver, Colorado. I know that's not all of the prompt ideas, but I'm just going to keep going here. And it's going to bring back to you all of the different emails. This is just giving bullet points. You can ask for more detail. You can ask for text. You can ask for a 10-step text campaign. You could ask for a 10-step drip campaign that includes both emails and texts. And then it's as simple as copying and pasting it over into the right steps in your smart plan. See, it's got all the emails. Even gives you a little hint at the bottom. Make sure you're capturing their preferences and responding right away. Like it's telling you exactly how to follow up with your customers and even giving you the content to do it. It's another way. And if we're really going to take the next step, if we're really going to go higher, if you are familiar with Zapier, has anyone heard of Zapier? It's a third-party system which connects other platforms together. So imagine you get a new lead on your website and you want it to get automatically transferred into Command. You could create a Zap in Zapier, that's what they call them. And all you have to, you connect your website account and you connect your Command account and you just say, I want that lead to move from one to the other, and it puts it right in for you. You can create Zaps with ChatGPT as well. So that is one of the systems that you can sync it up to. The way that I've seen people do it is for Google reviews. And I know that that's kind of like a light bulb for some people, but you can set up a Zap where you say, hey, you know what? If someone leaves a review on Google on my business page, I want you to automatically respond to that in a certain way. And I want you to sign it in a certain way. And I want you to then alert me via email or alert me via text or whatever. But you can have ChatGPT respond to Google reviews automatically. So this is not a basic system. This is very powerful. And I would expect that this is going to become more powerful and more powerful as we go, as time goes on. I've already seen it. I've already seen it grow. In fact, I think they now actually have, yeah, they do. They have a paid version as well. I don't have it. I don't necessarily know if I need it. I think this gives me everything I need. But yeah, so there is that. And I just got a question in the chat, and I meant to say this in the beginning, but yes, this is being recorded. And from what I understand, yes, we will be sharing out these recordings for you. Yep. That'll be headed out for you. You're welcome, Sarah. So where are we? How are you guys feeling right now? Like, is this overwhelming? Is this great? Is this confusing? How are you feeling? Seeing some nods. I saw a head shake. I saw indifference. Oh, I see a party happening. Okay, good. I like parties. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah, what do you got, Cindy?
So we always ask our sellers to fill out a top 10 list about their property and try to build the verbiage around that. Could I put those keywords into ChatGPT and that would narrow its focus even a little more?
100%. Yep. If you
Oh.
have certain keywords that you want it to use, I mean, talk to it as if you're talking to as an assistant. If it's a VA or if it's just your admin or whatever, talk to them as if you're talking to a human. The more human you are to it, the more human it will be back.
That's cool.
And as a side effect, it is then learning more and learning to be more like human. So that's fun. But yes, absolutely, Cindy. Yes, great question. Great question. Any other questions? No? Okay. So before we, Linda, yes, the recording will be sent out. So that'll be shared. Yes. So, wow. Did you just hear me stammer through that whole sentence? That was amazing. That was really incredible. So earlier in the call, I mentioned that KW has put out a playbook for AI and how to use it. And it talks about all the prompts and stuff like that. So it looks like this, and I am going to, oh, you know what? That's not a live link. That was my download link. You can find all of the playbooks in Connect within Command if you need them, just so you know. But here's the AI one, and I'll drop this link into the chat right now. Bing. All right, so there is the link to that playbook. Not everything will apply to everyone from that playbook, but it is a really nice, it's 13 pages long. It gives some great ideas and examples and really walks you through of how to write a really solid prompt. Gives you examples of bad prompts, mediocre prompts, and great ones. It goes through everything. So just as an example, like it will walk you through how to draft content, conversations. This isn't just about social posting either. So there is a whole bunch of stuff. There's just so much. See, here's the audience, tone, and formatting. Here's the prompts that we talked about. Examples of prompts, good and bad and the ugly. How to draft and improve and kind of the flow of how everything works. Just some tips and tricks about drafting content. So when you identify the audience, so here's a listing description right here in the middle. I'll zoom in just a little bit for you. That's better. So it gives you great examples of what a good audience identification would be, how to set tone and style, and how to do the formatting. So Cindy, to your point, here's some of the like the key points: beds and baths. If you wanted to say certain things, it's absolutely. And then as you scroll down, it's talking about, creating those conversations, how to use it to help you with objection handling. You could do it that way too. There's just, and how to connect it. So here's that, setting up automated Google review responses. One thing, and remember earlier, and I said, make sure to proofread and check everything it does, right? That also goes for any sort of automated Google reviews, because the last thing you want is it to be spewing junk onto Google and it looks like you. So always make sure to keep checking your Google pages, just making sure your reviews and your responses are solid, and things like that too. Talks about Zapier. But yeah, so this is all out there in that link that I just plopped in the chat. So it's right there for you. But of course, it's always in Command as well in the Connect section, along with the other playbooks.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So when you're doing the zaps, I have hell getting my people have a hard time doing the Google or the Zillow reviews. Because some may not have a Zillow account or things like that. Can we do that zap to the Zillow? Do you know?
So I don't think so. Let me just check like right here real quick. I can see which, where did it go? Where did you go? No. Oh, app integrations. That's what I wanted. So for Zillow, So it doesn't look like
Okay.
they have the Zillow reviews on here. It's really just,
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, you might have to test it out. I haven't tried it with that, so I can't speak to it directly, sadly.
Thank you.
But they do have some sort of connection with Zillow. I just don't know if it's the right piece of Zillow for you.
Gotcha.
But Zapier is definitely worth checking out. Like, I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of apps and platforms that they work with. Google
Cool.
Forms, Google Sheets, Docs, Discord if you use it, Calendly. I mean, there's thousands of different platforms that they use in here. Facebook leads. If you get a lead on Facebook, you know, if they respond to your paid ad campaign, you could have it zap right into command for you.
That's awesome.
Now, granted, you can already have it do that. If you're running the ad through command and they use that Facebook lead gen form, you can already do that. But this is just another way, another option. But there are tons and tons.
I see one of them is the SMS by Zapier, right there on the left, a little bit lower.
Yep.
Right there. So is that used to set up automatic text messages to ask for the Google review?
It can. It
Yeah,
can.
Okay.
But remember, we also have Twilio that's built into command where you can do that anyway.
Oh, okay.
So if you already pay for Twilio through command, you might as well just do it there because you would have
Okay.
to pay for this service in Zapier.
Oh,
know
I
that
see.
for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, this would be like an additional expense for you.
Gotcha. Well, we use easy text right now for
Okay.
client event reminders. Is that something that might integrate?
I don't know. We can find out.
Okay.
Is it
Oh,
easy
there it
texting?
is. Yep, that
Yep.
first one.
So there you go.
Oh,
Yep. So it's very user friendly. It's very intuitive. Like even building out the zaps is very easy. They really dumb it down. So and you can do multiple steps in a zap. There's a free account here where you can get up to 100 zaps a month. So it's a great system. But I don't want to lose track of back here in ChatGPT either. But any other questions so far? Doing okay? Okay, awesome. Great. So we chatted about ChatGPT, how to write listing descriptions, right? How to get that over into command, how to create a social post and get that scheduled. So we did all that. We talked about writing prompts. We talked about just updating that prompt within command. And then we talked about Zapier, which is actually a nice little bonus for everybody. So that's good. So before we wrap up, are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions about anything or even some ahas from today? Just something that you're taking away that you didn't know before?
I didn't know any of this, so
Me neither. I was gonna say the same.
I knew it was out there, but I had no idea it was that easy.
And it's only as complicated as you make it. So
I make it.
yes, I know we've talked about leveling up in there and like, going through the zaps and doing all like the 10-step emails. You don't have to do that. You can make it as simple as just writing your agent bio or just writing a listing description. That's fine. But once you get comfortable with that, there are next steps that you can take.
Mhm.
Any other ahas from today?
We loved it.
Hey.
Yep,
good.
thank you.
No, of course. It's my pleasure.
It's awesome.
Jody, how about you?
So I'm a real estate agent and I'm the productivity coach in our market center. And I just copied the link for the playbook and put it in we have a Facebook group for our office. And then I use the ChatGPT to write my social message that I wanted to put with it. And it just is so easy. And so for me, I'm really thinking about how I'm going to use this for my new agents to write their agent bio and how I can post out through campaigns and make some social posts ahead of time. I mean, I just did all this in that short amount of time. It was just I'm excited. That's all I want to say is this is going to make my job easier as a coach.
Good. Great. And are you, Jody, are you doing any sort of recruiting as well, or just coaching?
Just coaching. But I just put a note on our TL's desk and asked her, I was like, are you using this? So I'm excited just to start having this conversation with leadership and my new agents. So thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, this is great for recruiting. I mean, this is very powerful to write those recruiting emails, the multiple step, follow-up campaigns, stuff like that. This is great. And you can make it super personalized.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a very powerful tool. All right, cool. Let me look through the chat real quick. Sorry, guys. I was ignoring the chat for a second. My apologies. Ron asked, anything unique about using ChatGPT for Facebook ads for listings? I think what it is unique about it is that it is going to be extra personalized, very specific, and it is very customizable. And you can plug in anything. I think a couple people, I mean, we talked about it. You could put in 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, or you could put in the dollar amount, or you could put in whatever, and that will really make it stand out. And I hope that answered that question, Ron. Let me see. The replay of this, from what I understand, Lesley sends them out afterwards, but I will get her this recording. I mean, it's her account, so she'll get that recording, and she'll get that recording out to you. And let me see. And Melody, got your message. Good to go. I'll make sure that you and Lesley connect on that, getting the recording. Okay. Any other questions or takeaways from today before we wrap up? All right, cool. Great. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm not Lesley. She is so much better than I am. But thank you so much for sticking around. And please, please, please feel free to reach out to Lesley anytime. You're also more than welcome to reach out to me. Again, my name is Jeffrey Rega. I'll drop my email in the chat. Feel free to reach out anytime. I am happy to help if you like. So it has been a pleasure. Thank you guys. It was nice meeting you guys.
Thank you. You're great.
Thank you. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.
How do we get to that?